Hi fellow animals, welcome to Kimber's Kingdom, home of everything Kimber the White Lion. If there's something you'd like to see more of or less of, please let me know in the comments. I'm making this channel for you guys, so let me know what you want to see. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon so you don't miss a thing. So I really don't know what to say. It's just amazing how much support you've all given this channel and just how fast you've helped it grow. In less than 12 months since this channel started, we've gone from 0 subscribers to 2,000, which is just insane. Seriously, thank you. It's been awesome to see so many people talking about a show that I love. As with the last subscriber milestone, I figured I'd say thanks with another special Q&A video for you guys. So here it is. Thank you for all your questions. The first question is from
Timber Katan, hero of the Silver Valley.
Sorry, couldn't resist. Timber asks, what's your favourite fanfiction of Kimber? Or, if you can't think of one, what would be a memorable, non-traditional way to retell his story, in your opinion? Thank you for your question. I have to admit, I haven't seen much fanfiction of Kimber out there. If any of you guys have written Kimber fanfiction, I'd love to see it though, so please send it my way in the comments. Or, if you haven't, maybe give it a go. I'd love to see what you write. But anyway, in terms of what would be a non-traditional way to retell Kimber's story, I assume by non-traditional you mean something other than a TV, film or comic. I think those are all great options, but aside from those, I think a video game would be a really cool idea. I think a character-driven management game, like a cross between Undertale and SimCity or Undertale and Civilization, where you need to be Kimber and decide your jungle's policies, protect it from enemies and interact with its citizens, would be really fun. Of course, a standard RPG or platformer could also do a fine job, as long as it's story and character-driven as much as gameplay-driven. Other than that, I think a young adult novel would work well, and I have a few other ideas too, but I actually have a video coming up later this year about that very topic, so I might save those until that video. Thank you for the question. Next up, along similar lines, Eric Dobeck asks, do you ever consider making your own Kimber fanfics? Thanks for your question. In fact, I've already written a Kimber fanfiction. Specifically, a screenplay for an imaginary Kimber movie. But I wrote it when I was a teenager, so it's not very good. I'll link it in the description if you want to read it yourself, but I don't recommend it. I have thought about trying to redo the movie screenplay now I'm older, and, in theory, wiser. Or maybe making a totally new fanfiction story about Kimber meeting the characters from The Lion King 2, which is one of my favourite movies. But I've kind of put both those ideas on hold because I'm very busy with work, uni, YouTube and procrastinating, so I don't really have the time to take on anything else. Maybe someday though. In the meantime, I'd love to see any fan art you guys have created or any fanfiction, as I've said. The Kimber fandom is super creative, so I'd love to see what you come up with. Next up, Alexander Bylanos, sorry for my pronunciation, asks, why were you in hospital? Thanks for the question. So for those who might not have seen my community post, I was in hospital for 4 weeks during January. The reasons are kind of personal, so I won't go into it here, but long story short, my sensory issues have gotten really bad the last 12 months, and I've also been dealing with grief over loved ones and other things in my life that I've lost. And it all kind of added up and got too much in December and January, where I entered a bit of a severe depressive episode. I'm certainly a long way from getting better, but things have started to improve, so going to the hospital helped at least a bit. And speaking of that, I really want to encourage you, if you're feeling any intense feelings of sadness or thoughts of harming yourself or any other negative emotions or thoughts that won't go away, please talk to a doctor about it. They can help you, and there are medications and therapies and things like that that can help you feel better. But as for me, I'm still sort of in the middle of all that at the moment, and that's why I haven't been uploading much except fan art videos lately, because I kind of fell behind on editing, and fan art videos are the quickest and easiest to edit, so I'm kind of doing those first so I can get back ahead of schedule and keep getting weekly videos out. So thank you for your patience and being understanding about that. Next up, Puppy Dog Pal's #1 fan Larissa asks, "Glad you're out of hospital, and here is my question. What's your top favourite Kimber episode?" Thank you, Larissa. Once again, this is actually something I'll be talking about in the later video, so this answer will be kind of a spoiler. But with that being said, there are a lot of good ones, so it's a hard choice, but my favourite episode would probably be the insect invasion. I really loved the characterization of Kimber in that episode, and I felt really attached to him and his struggles, and wanted to give him a big hug. I also think it's well paced and well animated, and yeah, just an awesome episode in general. Stay tuned for the review of that episode, and also for my top 10 episodes video coming out later this year, because I'll definitely be gushing a lot more about the insect invasion in those. Last but not least, this question from MK711, who made my new channel intro. I can't talk. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, thank you. I'm gonna leave that in. Thank you for the question. I first became a fan of Kimber in high school when one of my online friends suggested I watch it. I already vaguely knew about the show because of my parents and some other friends, but this was the first time I actually watched it. I ended up binge watching all 52 episodes of the 1965 series in a couple of weeks, and later went on to watch much of the 1989 series and the 2009 movie shortly afterwards, and I've been obsessed with Kimber the White Lion ever since. Thank you again everyone for all your questions, and thank you to everyone watching this video. Thanks for subscribing and watching all these videos, it really has been a tremendous help. It's thanks to you that this channel has reached 2,000 subscribers, and fingers crossed will continue to grow and tell the world about Kimber. So thank you all so much for your support. That's all for now, fellow animals. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more, please subscribe. And if you've got some spare change, please donate to my Patreon. It'll help me pay for ads and help this channel grow. If you can't get enough Kimber content, feel free to join our Kimber fan club on Discord. Everyone is welcome, even if you're new to Kimber. Thanks again for watching and have a great day.